Hi, I'm Rich at Inside HPC. We're here at SC11 at the Univa booth, and we have Rob Secontine, the VP of Marketing and Sales.
Correct. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, you know, we were just talking before we rolled the camera about the recent history here, and I think it's worth reviewing that, you know, Univa has been around for a while as a Sun reseller of Grid Engine, but in the past year, you guys got the opportunity to pick up the majority of the Grid Engine engineering team. How did that come about?
That's exactly right, first of all, and I think one of the interesting things that you pointed out was that, and not a lot of people knew that Univa actually was a Grid Engine reseller for Sun since 2007, so there's a nice relationship there to begin with. And after the acquisition of Sun by Oracle and the subsequent kind of closing of the open source community by Oracle, there was a natural affinity for the engineering team to kind of want to continue the development of the product that they had been working on for, in some cases, more than 15 years. And so these guys came over as a team and joined Univa earlier this year. And since then, they've worked together to produce our product called Univa Grid Engine, which has more than 200 enhancements to the product. Things like some new features, a number of bug fixes, some actual product enhancements that were once in an open source version of Grid Engine but weren't in the most recent open source version. So all in all, about 200 plus enhancements just this year alone.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, I was part of Sun Microsystems when they bought the Grid Engine, the Codeine guys, right?
You're showing your age. Yeah, you're showing your age a little bit.
But you know, back then everything was about the grid, and you know that evolved into all this cloud that we're seeing here.
It is pretty remarkable.
And when it went open source, you know, we never really knew how many Grid Engine users there are out there. Do you have any idea how big this community is?
It's a remarkably big community. We conservatively estimate that the number of Grid Engine users out in the marketplace, and that's, you know, covering commercial entities, academia, labs, etc., is actually more than 10,000. So it is a remarkably big community of Grid Engine users out there. And we think that it's very important for us to support that unique and very loyal community. And so we really try hard to work to endear that loyalty and respect it.
Okay, so let's talk about the market at large, because there's been some changes, right? And that might I'm guessing there's going to be opportunity there for you. That when one of the major resource broker software folks gets acquired by a big company, that you know, that maybe that opens some doors. Am I right there?
You're quite right, as a matter of fact. And the old expression that you know, water raises all boats, we really think that it's wonderful for the HPC community in itself. It really does a lot of adds a lot of validity to what we all do. For us as a team, it is a tremendous amount of opportunity. We see enormous ideas and collaborative capabilities between not only hardware vendors, tier 2, tier 3 hardware vendors, as well as the top tier hardware vendors, but also other software entities and ISVs that are creating products that work hand in hand with Grid Engine as a scheduling tool. But more so than that, it's also the community out there that is really starting to take a step back and say, where do I go? And where can I get the kind of support that I need for this really mission-critical application that we have out there?
So, Rob, kind of a wrap-up question here. Is there another opportunity out there for expansion beyond the HPC world for Grid Engine and Univa?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, some people refer to it as big data. Yeah. We actually refer to ourselves, our company, as a data center optimization company. So we have not only a Grid Engine product that is fairly well known in the marketplace, of course, but we also have other solutions that enable big data and other data centers to really get the most use out of the resources that they have. We have a tool called UniCloud, which we're extremely excited about, We've got some partnerships with Eucalyptus and RightScale that we use with that really will enable companies to dynamically adapt their environments to changes on the fly in their needs and requirements without having to make tremendous expense exposures and creating the kinds of time to market advantages that they can take advantage of by using our solutions in those areas. So we're really excited to be working with people in not only the HPC, but as it expands into the broader data center market.
Well, you know, we've been here at SC11. We're almost done with the second day. I mean, what are you hearing from folks here about this?
I tell you, you know, the last couple of years clearly have been challenging in the marketplace with the economies and so forth, but there's definitely an excitement that we haven't seen in a couple of years in this community, and it's really gratifying to see. We're hearing about companies that are hiring again. We're hearing about companies that are expanding. We're certainly hearing about firms that are acquiring more clusters and so forth. So it's, I think, an absolutely exciting time to be in the marketplace today.